Hey guys, Todd here, and it's finally time to continue the Wanhao D7 rebuild series. I've been waiting on MakerBase to get to ship me an MKS DLP. It is here, and today we're going to unbox that. But that being said, I figured we should also do a bit of an update. As you can see, I have been doing a bit of design work on the D7 to fit the MKS DLP. I did do a design. The only issue is this piece here. It is actually connected to the front, and that, after thinking about it, doesn't make sense. So I'm going to take and use the original construction piece that held the control board and the MIPI board and design a holder for the MKS DLP to go inside and sit just like on the original design. I'm probably going to still use this and just cut this off because why waste the plastic? But then again, I may reprint it because I also got this, which is a USB relocation cable. So that way the MKS DLP, I can actually plug a USB port or a USB stick into the front. So we'll see. I may just do a hack job and cut it out, or I may, again, showing design work and actually maybe doing a video or two on it, redesign this and reprint it. So on from that, I've also got a good old 122 millimeter fan, and it almost fits in between by about 2 to 3 millimeters, and I think that with just a little bit of work I could squeeze this in between and make it an exhaust fan on the back to actually really cool that light internally. Now, where we left off previously was that we were going to use this, which is a ramps board, just standard ramps board, nothing special, and a Raspberry Pi, along with the MIPI board, which the MIPI board is a LCD controller board, which the Raspberry Pi would control, send signals to the MIPI board, which would then turn around and use this connector to control the LCD up here. My MIPI board is fried, so all of this gets tossed. And we now have this, which is an MKS DLP. So I haven't done anything other than cut a shipping label off. It is completely unopened. I have no idea what it's going to look like inside. So far it sounds like a box inside of a box. Let's find out. This is basically my favorite X-Acto knife there is, because the blade doesn't twist. You know, as you cut with an X-Acto knife, the screw unscrews unless you have one that screws on the back side. And this is a 3D printed Genji knife. I think that it's available. It may have just been a friend of mine designed it. I can't remember. So let's open this up. So I did order this at the end of June 28th, and I received it today, which is August the 9th, I believe, 9th or 10th. And so that's roughly 6 weeks shipping time. Really not too bad. So let's see. Let's open up the first bubble wrap. So far I'm liking the packaging, because considering what they're sending, that's really nice. Because one of the things that comes with it is a display, and last thing you want is this getting damaged in transit. This also might still have the backlight on it. Gonna have to take a little bit of time to double check that to see that we may be doing a video on backlight removal as well. And we move on from here. I did order the kit that included the front touchscreen as well as the and the display as well as the board. So this is the full kit. No, I'm not sponsored in the slightest by anyone. This is strictly my money, and I'm just making videos because I want to. Alright, so let's do the Robin display, which is the touch display that will control the DLP board. Standard ribbon cable that connects it to the actual MKS DLP. Not super rolled up, which is really nice. Should make routing the cable much easier and make it less of a headache to use. Lots and lots and lots of bubble wrap. And this is the touch display. It looks really nice. I'm going to flip this backwards. See how my design, if I need to make a little bit of tolerance adjustment. Looks like I do. So that's, yep, we're definitely redesigning this. Because I used MKS's drawings to make this, so it looks like my my dimensional accuracy is off a little bit. That's okay. This looks really nice. I like it. And I also like the fact that they left the cover on the beeper, because that probably that probably won't come off because they're loud. And now for the part we all want to see. Alright, so this is the MKS DLP 1.1. I expected to get the 1.0, which that's kind of nice to actually get the updated version. So let's see, Z minus, Z plus as far as the end stop. So your minimum, Z minimum end stop, Z max end stop. That's going to be your stepper driver, or your connector for your motor. Then you have your power, your LED, and then your, yeah, I still have to completely memorize it. This is also an optional power input. If you buy the Wi-Fi module, it goes here. This is the USB input, which is the reason why I got the remote cable. Here is where your ribbon cable for your display plugs in. And on the back, that is where your display connection sits. So it's actually going to sit in the machine just like this. And our cable will end up dropping down and plugging in here. And if I'm not mistaken, it's an A4988 stepper driver as well. So we'll have to see what this is. Also, I may try and see what this LED positive and minus is. Like if there is we can set up a remote display for when the set a little LED here just to show when the screen is on and off. Just to play with. Serves no real purpose. And that mostly looks like that's it. I'm not sure what that is. That may be a remote display or a remote USB. It's not marked for anything. It's just a header. I don't have the schematics in front of me. This one looks like extra ports that aren't used yet. But the plan is to build this and make videos while building it. So again, this is a Wanhao Duplicator i3, Wanhao D7. The LED has been replaced with the 24 volt LED from a Creality LD-002R. Everything else is largely stock. We're basically upgrading the LEDs because the LED was one of the major weak points in the D7. We're upgrading the electronics because the stock electronics are dead. And at least initially, I'm going to be using my power supplies, my modified power supplies. This is 12 volts and it actually runs in series to do 24 volts. If there's enough request, I may do a video on how to modify server power supplies because they're 47 amp, 12 volt power supplies for $20 a piece basically, and you buy a switch and you run a few wires and they just work. They're also, because they're server power supplies, they deliver very clean power, so there's not a lot of signal noise. Anyway, if you'd like to see anything additional, any questions, feel free, leave a comment, and we'll see you on the next one.